Jones recognized for 4.5 minutes.
Speaker, I can ask since revising extend my remarks.
Without objection, Jones.
Speaker, when I was a kid, I grew up a rabid Kansas City Chiefs football fan. And at that time, Jack Kemp was a quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, and there was a raging competition that existed then. And I admired Jack Kemp, and I also was very pleased when our quarterback, Len Dawson, successfully defeated the Buffalo Bills. But shortly after that, when I saw Jack Kemp come to the Congress, I was on his team all the time. I was inspired by him, just as our friend Mr. Ryan had said, and I was inspired by Ronald Reagan. And while Mr. Ryan mentioned Thomas Jefferson, who was an inspiration for Jack Kemp, I can't help but think about the fact that JFK, John F. Kennedy, was another inspiring figure for Jack Kemp. One of the things that Jack Kemp did was regularly focus on the economic policies that John F. Kennedy implemented. And it's an interesting irony that they shared the same monogram, JFK. Jack Kemp said that utilizing that vision that was put forth by John F. Kennedy was what we needed to do. And that's why I've been consistently arguing over the past few months, as we're dealing with the challenge of getting our economy back on track. What we need to do is use bipartisanship, the best of John F. Kennedy and Ronald Reagan, and obviously Jack Kemp was the great implementer of so much of that policy. Jack Kemp taught me that if you tax something, you get less of it. If you subsidize something, you get more of it. In America, we tax work, growth, savings, investment, productivity. We subsidize non-work, welfare, consumption, debt, and leisure. And he was so right. That's why I believe that in the name of Jack Kemp, we should be implementing pro-growth economic policies. Just as I was coming upstairs, my California colleague, Mr. Lundgren, said, we need more Jack Kemps. What we need, Mr. Speaker, is more members who will take the same kind of passion that Jack Kemp showed for people of every walk of life, and that same passion for a commitment to pro-growth policies. Everyone from both political parties likes to talk about pro-growth economic policies, but the empirical evidence that we have of the tax cuts of John F. Kennedy and the tax cuts of Ronald Reagan and the eloquence of Jack Kemp in putting that forward is so important for all of us to remember, especially today. The American people are hurting, regardless of what their station in life is economically. They are hurting. And that's why I think that today, as we remember Jack Kemp, we should do all that we can to pursue what works, and that is the Kemp-inspired pro-growth economic policies. My thoughts and prayers go to Joanne and all of the family members, and I have to say that Jack inspired me to run for Congress in the late 1970s, as he did Dan Lundgren and many others, and we're very proud to continue carrying forth the great tradition of the passion, commitment, spirit, and hard work that Jack Kemp taught all of us. With that, I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields back his time. Gentleman from Pennsylvania.